about the Royal Caribbean Seaplex.
The Seaplex, the best thing on what we think is probably one of the best things, particularly on Royal Caribbean ships that visit Australia, the Quantum class ships. This thing's magnificent.
We keep referencing it to a PCYC. So, your youth clubs, it is the size of one of those.
Yeah, it's a huge community centre at sea that keeps the whole family active.
Yeah,
really.
pretty much.
There's always activities there for all ages.
Hey Deb,
Hey Matt.
do you know what the one bit of advice is that I always give new cruisers? They should seize the day.
Okay, so we've started unpacking the first bag. We were waiting for the second one, just chilling out in the room for a little while, and got a phone call. And because we were starting to wonder where our second bag was, got a phone call. Apparently, we have a forbidden item that's been detected in our bag.
But it is the 8th night on this cruise and we are here to have some fun on Quantum of the Seas with bumper cars. Check this out. How cool is this? You get to do bumper cars while you're at sea.
Alright, let's have a look at the bathroom. I like the royal bathrooms.
I love the royal bathrooms.
Why do you love the royal bathrooms?
Because you don't have shower curtains.
Matt is not a fan of the shower curtains.
Okay, so that's step 4 on how to get to your food on your first day and 5 steps for first time cruises.
That's a lot of mouthful.
That is a lot of mouthful. So now we're heading off to the lifts at the rear of the ship because that's where you want to get to Windjammer. That's the best way to get your food quick and easy on day 1 for first time cruises. So rear of the ship we go. We are up on the Lido deck. It is the New Year's Eve party about to kick off. It's going to be a cracker night.
Hey Deb,
Hey Matt.
what did one ocean say to the other?
What?
Nothing. They just waved.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Cruise weekend is
I've got
already over.
I've got to take us off mute.
Oh, that would help.
That
Good
helps.
evening, everyone.
G'day, g'day. G'day, everyone. Good to be back.
So good. So good. Can't believe it was literally a week ago that we're sitting here going, oh, yeah, we're about to go on our cruise and now it's over and done and we're into the next week already.
Indeed.
Anywho.
Time flies.
Oh, my gosh, it so does. So does. But what a week it's been. I'm excited to talk about it with everyone.
Yep, we're going to cover a few things tonight, a few different bits of cruise news, talk a little bit about our cruise on the weekend on Anthem of the Seas.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got your weekly cruise tip, which we will get into in just a moment. But don't forget, if you are watching this live in the comments section, do make sure that you hit the like button on the video because the YouTube algorithm loves that. And if you've got questions, put them. We love it too. But if you've got questions, put them in the comments section and make sure you use the question mark because it comes up with a little symbol on the back end here and it's easier for us to find those. But most importantly, let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to know. So in the chat there, let us know where you are watching
let
from.
Let us say hi.
And do that while we get into some hellos. So who have we got first tonight in the live chat? We had Scylla.
Hey, Scylla. And thank you for the question. We actually will touch base on that one a little bit later.
Yes, we will get to your question a little bit later this evening in the chat.
Hey, Cassie. Wine in hand.
Wine in hand.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers to that. We've got ours as well.
Drink after you say cheers.
I did. Cruise on Anthem was awesome, and we will get into that a little bit more.
100%.
Got a couple of photos to share.
Hey, Ron, nice to see you again.
Ron is here as well. Janice is here.
Janice.
Enjoyed the live sail away. Oh, really glad. It was a bit
that was cool to do.
Yeah, we sort of and I wasn't sure. I kind of wanted to try and do that live stream. If you haven't seen it yet, we did a live stream on Friday as we were sailing out of Sydney Harbour. So we found a spot away from all the main sail away party and we were able to set up some cameras.
Right at the back deck on deck 15.
Yeah.
It was very cool. And because there was storms happening in the background, there was lightning. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really cool. So if you haven't seen it, jump on and have a look at that one.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. It gets a little bit patchy with the quality at some points as the coverage was dropping in and out a little, but yeah, it was a really cool live stream. We really enjoyed doing that. So, and I'm trying to work out if there's a location I can do that when we sail out on Voyager in December too. So we'll see how we go. Who else we got? Robin is here from Cobran in Victoria. G'day, Robin.
Hey,
welcome on board. And we've got Butlins 58. Love the live feed. Yeah, Brad, you were in there definitely with a lot of comments and questions. So thank you for tuning into that.
Appreciate it.
Rowan and Noni, the cruise blues have hit badly. Yes, and it was so great to meet you and spend some time with you on this cruise on the weekend. It was lovely to.
Hope you ended up getting all that unpacking done.
Yes. Yeah. The worst thing about cruising is having to come home and unpack.
Yeah.
The bag dropper here.
Hey,
G'day, guys. Good to have you on board. Tisha is here as well.
Hey, Tisha.
We did have a good time on the cruise. Anita is here. We've got Reese here.
Hello.
Les is here as well. G'day, Les and Danny. Yes, and we will be diving into that most certainly very soon. Wendy.
Another most beautiful soul that we met finally. Like Wendy has been part of our chats like Rowan and Noni for a long time, but we finally got to meet both of these people on this cruise. And Wendy,
that hug. And funnily enough, it was fluke of nature and booking systems. We got in, we checked in, put our stuff up on our door magnets up on the room and everything had gone off and done stuff, came back to our room and we were going to leave again and we heard this, Deb Matt, and turned out Wendy was actually in the room straight across the corridor
directly across from us.
So that was lovely.
It was so lovely catching up with you, Wendy, and spending time with you and hearing all your stories. And, you know, it was fabulous.
Fabulous. So thank you.
So good.
Lynn is here from Shell
Hey,
Harbour.
Lynn.
G'day, Lynn. Noni is here with
Hi,
Rowan.
Noni.
Reese is asking if we've heard if the restaurants on Encounter will change after dried up. Reese, I'm going to have a bit of a chat about Encounter later on in the live stream, so we'll get to that then. Jason says hello. Deb, you're getting your fangirling on for the night.
Thanks, guys. Nice to see you here.
Chantel is here. Love the live feed out of Sydney.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We actually had a couple of people as well send us. I saw on our Instagram and Facebook Messenger later on, actually sent us screenshots of the Sydney webcam channel where they'd taken screenshots and sent them to us. So like they were watching us doing our live stream on the Sydney webcam, which is very cool.
Very cool.
Love Wednesday night. We love Wednesday nights too. Mike's here.
Hey, Mike.
They were 20 miles off Sydney Heads last week on a cruise. There you go.
Were you on a
Hope
cruise?
you and Darlene
It doesn't say they were on a cruise.
Well, unless they were in a plane, but I'm
they
guessing.
Could have been on a private boat.
Still cruising, still sailing.
True.
Glenn says hello.
Hey, Glenn.
G'day, Tim is here as well.
Good evening.
Jason says it's a warm night in New Zealand.
It's actually a warm night here in Brisbane too.
Damon is still moving around North Queensland. This time he's in Cairns. And the man gets around.
He does.
Joe Cruises 25. Hello from Brisbane.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, fellow Bris Vegas person.
Yes, indeed. Sue Collins is here. Hello, Sue.
Hey, Sue.
Good to have you on board. Damon also thanks us for the live stream last
That's
week.
our precious Sue.
That's our precious Sue.
That's our precious Sue.
Aw. Go back and give another shout out. Known this woman a very long time.
I'm assuming that's our Sue.
I think it's our Sue. Well, I think it could be. Let's see. Jebediah is here from Melbourne.
Hey.
Dassa is here. Can't wait for summer days in Melbourne without a heater running. That'll be nice.
100%.
Cruise Craze fam is
Hey,
here.
Amy.
G'day,
Hey,
Amy. Hey, Pete.
Good evening, Kaz.
Kaz is here. Wow, we've got lots in the live stream. Linda is here. Made it this week.
Woohoo.
Just got home from work.
Nice. To see
Narelle
you.
is here. Loved going with you on Anthem. Hubby enjoyed it, so I was thinking about it for the next year. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Great to know.
Nice that he loved it.
Pete from the Cruise Craze fam is here as well. Some would argue the better half of the Cruise Craze fam.
Oh, okay. I'm backing up you, Amy.
Some would argue. I'm simply saying some would argue.
Okay. All right. Amy, love you.
I love Amy too.
Yeah, that's
Brett.
Wow.
Brett is here. Gareth is here. Lizelle is here.
Hello, guys.
Beck is here.
Oh, you missed Steve.
Did I miss Steve? I miss Steve.
You missed Steve.
I miss you. Sorry, mate. There we go. Steve's here. Mr. Gumnut is here from Brisbane as well.
Glorious Brisbane.
Glorious
It was
Brisbane, it
today.
is indeed.
Yeah.
Katrina is here.
Hey,
Raylene
Tina.
is here. Robbie is here. Denise is
Hey,
here.
guys.
I got Robbie. Robbie's from Newcastle. Chris goes, we're watching from Melbourne in case you didn't know. Oh, really? No.
Really?
No.
No idea.
Wouldn't have guessed that from the behind the scenes from Amy getting on Adventure and Splendor and doing
This is true.
stuff down there today. Very cool. Keep an eye out on Amy's social medias because had the opportunity to go and do a bit of a look around some ships while I've been in Melbourne for Melbourne Cup. It's very cool.
Hey, Frank and Sharon
are here. Jilly Bean is here.
I love that name. I just want to
So
giggle
cool.
every time I see it.
Danny and Les are watching from McDowell.
Wow. So you are literally a stone's throw from
Stone's
us.
throw from us. Trumpet 777 is here from the Gold Coast. Wow, there are lots of people. Guys, we've got Narelle 61 from Loganholme, Tenamera area. Volrathi is here as well. Anita is here.
Denise, you missed.
Who did I miss?
There you go. That one. Right there.
Denise is sailing on Luminosa from Brisbane tomorrow. Enjoy that. I think Cruise Director Shell is on board at the moment. You'll have an awesome time.
Best cruise directors ever.
You'll have an awesome time.
Love her.
If Shell is the cruise director, it's going to be awesome. Cruising tea ladies are with us.
Great
as
to
well.
see you.
Good to have you on board. Bernie is here. G'day, Bernie. Jebediah is here. Watched the mighty cruise ship Oasis of the Seas last night and was wondering if they still have a diving pool show. I do believe they do.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
Sure. Okay, all right. Let's get in. Kylie Brown is here.
I think I've got... Apologies if we've missed you. There is a lot of people here tonight.
Deb, let's dive in. We've got Jennifer Wickham's here from Currumbong, New South Wales. How did you find Anthem compared to Ovation? Looking to book Anthem very soon. Simple answer, do it.
They are a sister ship. There is pretty much no difference.
Yeah, quantum class ships are amazing, but we will get into that a little bit later. Matt Monty's here. Thank you very much, Jebediah. Really appreciate the super chat. Thank you. That's really lovely.
That's lovely.
We really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. So Reese is asking as well, where did we get our lanyards and shirts made? We'll give some hints and tips on that.
We are behind. Well. I think we have had so many people ask us for merch and stuff like that, and we haven't got around to it. So we promise in the next little while, we will get that sorted.
Yep.
100%.
We'll also talk about some of the places we use for that as well.
Yes, correct.
Because they are helpful when you're doing a cruise with a group of friends. All right, so Amy's calling us for us to do shots.
What?
Yeah. Well, it's a bit big for a shot, so I'm not going to do that.
No.
And it's Wednesday night and got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, correct. 100%.
Maybe we'll do a Friday night live stream so that we can do shots.
Oh, maybe.
Tony is here as well. All right, let's get into it, Deb. Let's get on with your weekly cruise tip. As you all know, Deb has started doing a weekly cruise tip at the beginning of the live streams. And then what I'll do is compile them up every sort of 5 to 10 or so, put them into an individual video. But we will do this sort of as we, on a regular basis.
Yeah, look, it's literally just something that I can think of through the week that may help someone. You may already know this tip, but I'd like to put it out there in case you don't know. So my tip for this week is about your spending on board. So most of you would know that if you put a card down on your account, that will actually take, an amount every day of what you've spent, but it will actually hold it for 7 to 10 days generally after the cruise. So if you're somebody that doesn't want your account, like your credit card or FPOS card, whatever, held with that amount of money for a period of time, what we do suggest is either take cash on board and load that onto your account. So then that is what you spent. Other than that, there are some cruise lines, in particular, I think Carnival we did recently, we did a little bit of a video on, you can go up to some kiosks and you can actually put your FPOS card in there and load money from that card to your account. So it's not you putting a card down, so then they just take that money off.
And one of the great things with Royal Caribbean too is you can actually ring up in advance and pre-purchase that onboard credit. So they won't start to take holds until they've, you've worked through your onboard credit.
So definitely just check out whatever cruise line that you're on and what the options are. But if you don't want to have that problem, because we see it so much in cruise chat groups, everything about people saying that they have all these holds and then it's there for 10 days. These are your options that you can put cash down or you can potentially put your FPOS depending on your cruise.
Yeah. And Volrathi makes a comment about this here. The amount of people you see complaining about the holds is mad.
100%.
You see all these comments about they've taken the money twice. It's not that they've taken the money twice. They put a hold on for the amount, and they'll have different cruise lines have a different amount that they'll put as a hold, but then they take
and they actually do the charge for the amount. So
yeah, so if that's something that you don't want to do, follow those tips in particular. And if you've got any questions about that, please drop them in. More than happy to try and answer those for you.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, moving on. All right, Deb, are we going to jump now into some cruise news for this week?
So we're going to do cruise news and then do our anthem stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. All right.
Let's do that.
All right.
All right, so I'll just get the screen share happening for this week. A few different things. There's a lot going on in the cruise world this week, but we will stick to maybe a few different things. Let's have a look here. All right, so first up this week, let's start with this. So interestingly, cruise passenger this week did a story, and they kind of compared what Southeast Asian cruise should you sail on for your year-end holiday, and they kind of did a comparison of whether it's Ovation of the Seas or Resort World's Genting Dream, or whether it's Princess with Diamond Princess. So they kind of go through who's it all for, which is really cool. Then get down the bottom here, and they got a bit of a comparison and recommendations. Final thoughts: who are they for? Families, friends. But this came at a really interesting time, because it's also just today, or just the other day, my apologies, been announced that the upgrades are now complete at the Singapore cruise terminal, which is really cool. So they've gone through it. There's been a number of things that they've done here. There's a new dedicated check-in hall on level 1, offering 70 counters, 500 seats. And that's going to serve Pier 2. The existing facility on level 2 will now serve Pier 1. So it helps just separate things, increases the capacity overall.
Oh my gosh, I thought this terminal was phenomenal as it was.
I know, right?
Wow. So that the fact that they've even improved that.
Yeah.
And we thought it was great in the first place.
Exactly. I was blown away. And they've done improvements to the ground transport area. One of the cool things they've done is they're now operating a shuttle between the MRT station, which is actually, I think, only about 700 meters away anyway from the cruise terminal. That's 750
But that's
meters.
cool if you're staying somewhere else in Singapore.
Yeah, you can get the MRT and get on a shuttle that's going to run on cruise days.
That's very cool.
Which is also, but then also, and I'm just going to let me just do a quick search for a word here. I can't find it in this one. There was another press release that I was reading about this. One of the things that they are bringing back is the luggage connectivity.
Okay.
So you're now actually going to be able to do the fly cruise transfer of your luggage between airport and cruise terminal.
No way.
Did have that pre-COVID, and then it sort of stopped, and bringing that back as well. So that's going to be an awesome service. So do make sure that you look into that, because that's going to make your life a lot easier. We did a trip earlier this year where we were up on Anthem of the Seas in Singapore, and we had about 12 hours between getting off the ship and getting on our flight. And it would have been great if we could have just sent our luggage to the airport and then collected it later. We could have done more with our day.
Yeah, so obviously that is only going to be beneficial for people who are flying within potentially that 12-hour time frame. If you're staying there the night before and you need your bag to change clothes, that won't be beneficial.
You can always do a backpack. Don't forget, though, that Singapore Airlines have the up to 48-hour check-in in advance in Changi, in Singapore. So it's very cool.
Just change your way of packing.
Yeah, and just have a backpack with a change of clothes for overnight, perhaps. Send the main luggage with you. That way you don't have to double handle it, going cruise terminal to hotel to airport. Send the main luggage, get that checked in, just have your backpack.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
All right. Moving over to the next bit. Let's have a look. What have
Any
we got?
questions that we need to answer on that first?
Oh, let's have a look. Let's see. Just Di is saying that she's cruising next year from Singapore in
Very
December.
cool, Di.
Very cool. We loved it. And I've got a couple of people today saying, I'm not sure what's going on with the live streamer. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have a look at this. We're using a streaming platform. Everything at this end and on our YouTube is showing that the connection is excellent. So, not sure.
Seems there's a few people though. Apologies, guys.
Sorry for that, guys. I'll have a look later and check again, see if I can work this out as we go through the night. Do apologise. Anyway.
Good now. Okay,
right,
let's go with that.
All right. Maybe I'll just kick everyone and all the rest of the house off the internet. All right, so let's get back into it. The next one is, take that comment off.
I can't want to do it.
Next one. Oh, that's probably whacking through people's mic.
Oh, apology. I was doing drum roll.
Next one I wanted to just touch on quickly, and maybe we'll do a live. Do we want to do a live poll on this? Let's do a live poll. Let me do a.
Okay, so is this about is Carnival looking at doing adults only cruises?
Yeah. So they've done a couple in the US already.
Okay, so what ships are those ones on?
I can't tell you that off the top of my head, but they have done some and they've proven very popular.
So I guess, Matt's just putting together a poll now, but would you be interested in doing a Carnival adults only cruise? And I think it's different because, Carnival is very much promoting family friendly cruises. So the fact that they're doing that is interesting.
Yeah.
Whether they're just testing the waters, because I think there is so many other cruise lines that are doing adults only.
Yeah, well, what we've seen is, as we say, John Heel suggests that more adults cruises are on the way. They've proven very popular in the US. So they were initially offered as a quick fix after 2 Carnival ships had open schedules after cancelled dry docks. They are, as I say, as John Hill has said, before I continue, let me say that we are and always will be a proud family cruise line. But there's been extraordinary popularity for the adults only cruises. So I guess, would you answer the question in the poll that we've got running at the moment in the live chat? Do you want to see Carnival do adults only, not all, but some adults only cruises here in Australia?
All right, there's a few comments on here.
Couple of comments on it.
Yeah, I think we just touch base with those ones.
Good drum roll. There we go.
Thank you.
All right. Wasn't great. Jilly Bean says yes. Chris says, if I could palm off the kids for a bit, that would be awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Regain the spas in the family areas. Yeah, look, I totally agree. It
can get overcrowded.
When we were on that Splendor cruise in November last year, it was icky. We didn't go in them because it was just icky. But there were some spas that had 25, 30 kids in them.
Yeah, they were absolutely jam-packed with kids.
It was just disgusting.
It's disgusting.
It was disgusting. It was horrible. And they were all like that. Love my little rascals, but some time away would be amazing. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Nathan's just asking, is Asmara on our bucket list? We would love to do a small specially ship like that.
We do want to try one.
But it's a lot of money.
It is a lot.
Amy for the Cruise fam says Adventure only has 58 kids on the current cruise.
Wow.
I do wonder if that's perhaps to do with what the cruise is, which is predominantly a Melbourne Cup cruise and
Yeah, that's probably
things
true.
like that.
Yeah.
Joe Cruise 25 says yes. Does the kids club become an adults only club? That would be cool. You know, all the dads and mums and everyone, we can go and play the console games and
Oh, that
have
would
fun,
be hilarious.
get our faces painted. Christine says, for now, it's a no, but once the kids are older and we could leave them at home, totally understood.
Understand
100%.
that.
I'd love to see those itineraries. 58 kids, too many when they're not your own, Amy. Sue Collins says, yes. It wouldn't replace regular cruises. It'd just be another option, right? Yeah, that's what they're doing.
That's correct.
They would imagine kind of like we've had with themed cruises.
Correct.
You would just kind of have these adults only themed cruises, I guess, where they're just a no kids weekend.
Yeah, you have your wiggly sailings or you have your 80s or your 90s. It'll be adults only. So that's what we are getting from this.
Justice says he agrees with me about had a similar experience on Splendor. Jebediah says, is giving a laugh at me. Here's an idea, CCL. How about reinstating theme cruises, especially the 80s cruises? Linda, that's a great idea. We'd all love that.
100%.
You know, we're on board. I'd certainly do an adults cruise on Carnival just to see what it's like. Adult in USA is 21 and 18 here. Yes, that's correct. Australia Day cruise on Adventure this year. Okay, 10 months ago, they had 3 greens, adults drinking a lot and vomiting in the pool.
Ew. Gross.
All right, that would be a great move if RC did it as well. 900 kids on our last Splendor cruise and not school holidays, but it is a family ship. And we did notice that the kids had all the spas. It made us not go to the pools as much as we have mobility issues and did not want to risk getting knocked over. Stayed in our cabin most of the time. That's a bit of a shame.
That is a bit of a shame. But yeah, so, you know, that kind of tells us that people are interested in the adults only.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So let's have a quick look. Let's end our poll. So we had 70 just in that few moments there. We had 77% were for, 23% were not.
Okay.
Not suitable us to go on an adults cruise. No one to look after the kids.
Yeah, fair, Amy.
That's fair.
And that it's all down to where people are in their lives in particular. But as we said, it's they're talking about one-offs.
Yeah. And it says, last cruise, I thought we were cruising in primary school with the amount of kids that were on there. It does happen from time to time.
100%
we heard there were around 1,000 kids on the Anthem cruise this weekend.
Ooh.
Didn't feel like that. Maybe? Did it? I didn't really notice kids.
To be honest, I didn't notice a problem.
No.
Or anything. So whether the kids were just well behaved.
Or just stuck to their areas.
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem that some of the lines were long in the Seaplex, but there weren't always that many kids up there when I was going through. So anyway, let's move on to the next bit of cruise news for the week. And it is celebrity couple to serve as the godparents and star princess. Now, this has been announced not long ago, but she is having her naming ceremony this week.
When do we get to be godparents of a cruise ship?
I think there's a lot of people ahead of us for being godparents on cruise ships.
Considering Matthew McConaughey is one of them, like, we're out.
Yeah, definitely we're out. So the ship is going to be christened in Fort Lauderdale this week with Matt and his wife Camilla McConaughey being the godparents of that. So that's really cool. Do keep an eye out for that. And if you haven't already, make sure you are following and subscribe to Adrian, the cruise and travel guy. We did get to catch up with him briefly when we were in Sydney on Friday before boarding Anthem, and he is actually on his way to Fort Lauderdale as we speak, and he is going to be covering the
he's been invited to the naming ceremony. So go Adrian.
So he'll be over there for that and doing a 3-night cruise as well. So do make sure you go and check out all the coverage for that. That will be awesome. Next up this week, and we just want to touch on this quickly because there is the next thing we're going to touch on, a bit of a serious note for a moment. Matt's going to get serious. There's a lot of conversation about this next topic online, lots of media coverage around it, and yes, it is very sad. I'm going to say that. Like, tragic circumstances, but it's important to note that there is now formal investigation processes underway, and some of the speculation probably needs to just stop in consideration of the family as well.
Yeah.
So the Coral Expeditions, they have they're now docked up in Cairns.
They've cancelled the cruises.
The cruise has been cancelled. Everyone has been able to be transported home, and AMSA, so the Australian Maritime Safety Authority, have now boarded the ship to begin their investigations. Interesting to note, I didn't realise. I knew Coral was an Australian company, but the operators are actually NRMA. The ship is owned by NRMA. So, look, they're going through all their processes at the moment, and I think let's just acknowledge their formal investigations have now started, and we kind of need to. All the speculation online needs to probably just simmer down a little. But again, as we expressed last week, thoughts are with the family on that.
Yes.
All right. Now, another thing, Viking Cruises have cancelled a second visit to Newcastle. So after recently announcing they're going to be cancelling.
Because of the protests at the port.
Yeah, so there's this protest group down there, Rising Tide, who are doing an anti-coal blockade, protesting against the coal transport ships. And in short, basically, because the shipping channel could not be guaranteed to be safe and open by the Port Authority, given previous activities by the protest group, and they've got a right to protest. I'm not going to get into that.
No. And it's just a real shame that that people don't actually get to make the dock in Newcastle, and also for economy in Newcastle. So while I'm not against protests or whatever that you are doing, it's just a shame that it's actually happening.
Yeah, that's it. And one little bit of fun news: Disney Destiny is coming up for her naming ceremony and christening on the 10th. So the 10th of November at 6:30, as you can see on the screen there at the moment. Now, just to point out, for those that are interested, let me get get us up here on the screen. So that is actually going to be, I did the sums here, did the math, checked it with ChatGPT and Google Gemini. So Australian time, this is November 11 at 10:30 Queensland time in the morning, and 11:30 a.m. New South Wales Victoria time on November 11. You will be able to tune into Disney Cruise Line on Instagram, on their social media channels, various social media channels, and watch the launch naming ceremony of Disney Destiny.
Very cool.
There you go. Let's get into some further chats. Tony, we're in. Yeah, you'd like the adults cruises only as well. And Joe, I think everyone was really behaved this weekend, children and adults. Yeah.
We saw no issues whatsoever.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to our Anthem cruise shortly.
Just in a minute. We'll go through some more chats, and then we'll get into our Anthem cruise. Amy says, when she was on Splendor in April and July this year, they were patrolling the spas and only airing 10 minutes compared to January last year. Kids never got out. That's good to know.
That's really good.
That's nice to know. Christening says, when Matt and Rob get the Aussie Fantasy Cruise Line going, we can be godparents of the cruise ship. There you go.
Christine can be godparents.
You can be.
Oh, we can be.
She says you can be.
Oh, you can be. Sorry.
Talking to us. Yeah.
There you go.
Reese, all right. Yeah, I know, right? I'm waiting to hear from Adrian in his coverage if, that's the thing, right? Let's launch the champagne bottle against the ship. All right. Cool. Yeah, Matt McConaughey. That's the best I can do for a Matt McConaughey.
Oh, is that what that is?
Light bulb.
Right, gotcha.
Wendy says everything went well with everyone and everything on Anthem. That's nice to know. Dassa.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much,
that.
Dassa. Appreciate that. Thanks. Yes, we try to. there's a lot of stuff that gets covered in cruise news every week, and we try to find some different things around the traps as well that haven't necessarily been covered. Because says, yes, if the kids are well behaved and having fun, it's all fine. Totally true.
Yes.
Bagdrop says, my folks just called from the UK. I'll try and get back shortly. Oh, good.
Or priorities.
Brian guesses not everything went well on Anthem Seas over the weekend. Still lots of issues to be resolved. Yeah, look, Brian, and we were having a bit of a chat earlier. I think there's the first, as I said, I was having a chat with Brian earlier today. I think first cruise out of Australia, large crew turnover on the first day. There were a few little quirks, and I'll let Brian in his own coverage of things, talk in more detail about how his experiences. There were a few things that I did feel were not quite overall. Like the experience was great. There was no dramas.
No.
But we had little things like in our room, for example, we never saw our cabin steward.
No,
and
we didn't.
So just trying to get a couple of little things resolved. Like the room got cleaned every day. That was all great, but there wasn't that usual come and introduce yourself. We were certainly around and made ourselves available for that. There wasn't the getting the resolution of the remote for the virtual balcony screen didn't occur.
Yep.
And things like that. So there were just a few little quirks. I noticed when we were in ducked my head into 270 at one point, and Brian mentioned this as well. We didn't have the key. Brian did. The reserve seating in 270 wasn't reserved.
Oh, right. Okay.
So a couple of little things like that. So so definitely, it's royal, and I think it'll all be ironed out. But I think post Trans-Pacific cruise, a couple of things, easily resolvable issues. I think they'll be all good.
And look, we actually spoke to a lot of people out in the main area on disembarkation day from the cruise that had done the Trans-Pacific. And we did get the comment from quite a few people that they ran out of certain types of alcohol, but we also note that they didn't get into New Zealand because of the weather, so they may have not got that.
And been able to do that restock.
Yeah, correct.
Rowan mentions as well they didn't have milk in their room to make coffee. They were told they had to go downstairs to the cafe to get the milk.
Yep.
And there are a few little things that's what they were. I think generally, as you said, the overall people were well behaved, but there were those few little things. Sue Collins, friends on Anthem Pacific cruise currently? No, we don't have any. We met a few people that were staying on board to do the Anthem of the Seas Pacific cruise, but we don't know specifically anyone on it.
No.
Matt Monty says as well, it took 3 days for them to meet their cabin steward on the Trans-Pacific.
Gee, that's interesting for a Trans-Pacific in particular. To be honest, this was the first time we've ever not met our cabin steward within the first 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, and even up until the last day, he was just like,
just kind of
that was it.
Wave us off in the hallway.
We've done quite a few royal, and we have never had that before.
No.
So I'm not going to put this down to a royal thing whatsoever.
Nope, not at all.
No.
All right, Deb, let's get into talking a little bit about the cruise. Let's bring it up. Let's put ourselves up here on the screen. So,
okay, so this was actually from where we stayed the night before.
Yeah. So we stayed at In the Rocks.
Oh, can I just preference? Last week, my tip was all about flying in the day before.
Holy moly.
So very lucky that we did. So we flew in the day before, but our flight was actually delayed almost 2 hours. And we just made it in to leave the night before. Otherwise, we would have been bumped potentially the next day if there was availability. So tip was worth it. But anyway, we stayed here at the YHA.
Yeah, I was getting very nervous about that.
You were. You were
Because-
stressing.
Well, the thing is, Sydney has that flight curfew, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so flights that were supposed to leave after us for Sydney from Virgin were leaving, and we were still not leaving, and it was getting closer and closer to that
it was a bit tight there for a little
that
while.
time. So, but we'll cover more of that in our videos, our vlogs from that. Anyway, so yeah, here we are. This is Sydney, and you can just in this video, you can kind of make out.
It kind of blends.
It
with
kind
the
of blends
buildings.
in a little bit, but you can just sort of make out there's the top of the North Star, and here's Anthem of the Seas going through. So it gives you an idea of the scale here. And then this was later in the day. This is the couple of tugs that came to guide us out of the harbour. Beautiful as we were leaving. A few clouds in the sky, but really quite a beautiful day overall. And then, let me get some volume, turn the volume down here. So we'll just fast forward. This was our Halloween night party. And there's the cruise director.
And as you all will know, I was well away from the balloons dropping.
Yeah, I was down in the middle of it all.
But I got some great footage from deck 5 at the other end.
Yeah, Deb was.
I was way down that end.
Let's see if I think it comes back around. So right there is Deb.
That's me.
Deb's right here, all the way up on deck 5 at the very back, doing everything she can to avoid the balloons and the balloon popping.
No.
The balloon popping.
I was taking in the ambience of the whole area for everybody. Because you were just focusing on one point, I was looking at everything.
Everything, right.
So I took one for the team again and viewed it from afar.
Fair enough. All right, so let's go to the next one. And here we are in Eden. We had another glorious day, beautiful weather in Eden.
It was gorgeous.
And that's the Eden Museum, and they got all the whaling and Eden Monaro historical history there. A beautiful place to visit. We didn't stop there on the day. We actually went out to the
have
Eden
done
Festival.
that one.
Yeah. So there's a photo of her docked in Eden. And I'll get to this in a minute, these things. But let's talk. We've got videos coming up on this, obviously. But the day in Eden was just, I mean, it was a beautiful day. We got to go out. They had the Taste of Eden Festival on, which Royal Caribbean were sponsoring. It was brilliant.
There was so many stall holders, and for anyone has watched our videos previously, and Matt talks about going to the Sapphire Smokehouse and having his best seafood chowder in the world. So they actually weren't opening that day because they were at the Taste of Eden Festival, which we found the seafood place. There was multiple people who would normally have been open in the town were all at this festival. So we had we actually went and spoke to the seafood of the Sapphire House. Sorry, people.
Yeah, Sapphire.
You had your big bowl of seafood chowder.
I was a very happy boy.
You Rowan had heard this from Matt previously, so we shuffled him along to taste that, and he loved it as well.
He said he was keen to have a go.
Yeah. But there was so many stall holders there. It was a fantastic day.
Speaking of that, Ryan's just got the thumbs up from him. I'm even in the video. Yes, you will be in the video.
You will be when we get that one done.
Yeah. Ryan says that was so loud when the balloons were popping. Yeah, it was. People started popping those balloons straight away.
Hence why I was not there.
And Christine says we did an amazing job on the solo. Thanks,
Christine.
Kinko Cruising us, where on the ship is Johnny Rockets? Has only been on Quantum. So Johnny Rockets is up on deck 14. So if you've been on Quantum, there is a little sort of, it's like a little Asian takeaway place. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Can't think of it. At the back of the pool deck, just before you go from the pool through the doors down to the Windjammer, there's a little cafe restaurant, Asian cafe restaurant thing on the pool deck.
That's the same location that Johnny Rockets is in. So right near the pool, easy to get to if you're around on the deck for the day. Steve Plains Legos saying woohoo to Eden. Yes.
Beautiful place.
Mr. Gumnut, did you go to Wheeler's Oysters Factory? No, not on this trip, but it is on the list for one of our future visits to Eden, that's for sure.
100%.
Pete from Cruise Craze Fam asks, when does Voyager of the Seas get here? It gets here on the 13th of December.
And we are getting on that one.
Yes, we will be on board for that.
Let us know if you're joining us on that one as well.
Les asks, would love to know the cost breakdown for the entire trip, flights, accommodations, etc. Les, we're actually planning to do that do something like that for an upcoming video, or like one of the videos next year. We're planning to do that on. This one was a bit different because we had a voucher that we used onboard credit for, like it was a casino rewards certificate. So that kind of offset some of the cost, and we used frequent flyer points for flying down to Sydney on this one. So it's probably not the easiest one. Accommodation was ridiculously expensive this weekend. We left it too long as well.
Yeah.
So we stayed at the YHA, and we talk about this in our video, but it was like nearly $300 for that one night.
For a YHA, which is normally no more than 200.
But I'm curious to know, just quickly, and it is a bit of a teaser because we are going to show people that facility and everything. What was your thoughts? Because, I've suggested we stay at the YHA before, and you've always been a bit like...
Matt has been talking about staying at the YHA with me for such a long time, and all I pictured was a backpackers. So I was like, I don't want to stay at a backpackers, even though it was a private room with a private bathroom. I was always just hesitant with it. But I tell you what, pleasantly surprised. So we had the private room. We had the view of the harbour. Of the Opera House. The room was actually quite large. The bathroom was clean. The bed was comfortable. So much room. Like, I 100% am going, sorry, Matt, I have not done that previously and happy to do it again.
I'll just say. Had to get that in. No, honestly, it will be, it was worth it. And it's definitely
just
worth
not
it.
It's $300 a night.
Look, but it was still $300 versus the next level up was like $450.
It was crazy.
It was going to be a little bit cheaper out at the airport, but in the end, it actually, I'm glad with the delays we had that we ended up having that spot rather than in at the airport. So I know Scylla had a question tonight, and before I get into this photo that I just had up, there was a question tonight in the Facebook comments before we went live about the breakfast in the room.
Yeah, so Scylla's just asked about the breakfast in the room, on what's included, and also do you have to tip for that to be sent to you. So when you get into the room, you will have those room service menus. So you will have a continental breakfast, which is absolutely free of charge. Generally, it's have your card out by about 3 a.m. in the morning, and that's delivered to you free of charge. So there is no cost. There is American breakfast, which is more of the hot breakfast. You will pay $7.95 for your delivery fee. In regards to cash tipping, that is completely up to you. So you don't have to tip the person that delivers that to your room. If you want to, by all means, go for it. But it's not a requirement. So yeah, free continental, $7.95 for a hot breakfast, and tip as you want.
Yeah.
I hope that answers your questions. If you've got anything else, please let us know.
Yeah, it is. Look, particularly when you're cruising in Australia, they understand that Australia is not a cruise tipping culture, so it is a tip if you wish. But yeah, definitely the free. You just got to hang that little menu out on the door, and it went through. I think the times were like, what were they, like 5:30 to 6
you
through
can choose multiple.
Yeah, like it's half-hour
windows.
slots. You choose half-hour slots from basically like 5:30, 6 o'clock through to 10:30, 11. So yeah, plenty there. Amy, you see your question there, and I've just I was actually looking at this the other day. Bag drop at Whites Bay, I believe, opens at 9.
Okay.
So, but you should be able to check that on their website.
Got one.
Got one.
All right. I just want to say,
Cruising Tea Ladies are going to be on board on the 13th.
so excited.
Excellent. Looking forward to meeting you. And Tina's
also
going to be on.
Tina. Woohoo!
That's exciting.
Yeah, really excited to meet you guys as well.
Wendy has booked the next cruise after New Zealand on Anthem in February. With a different next year, go to South Pacific Islands, and I have the same room I had when I was on Anthem. That's awesome.
Oh, very cool.
Very nice, very nice. Scylla's actually going to be bringing Voyager home from Singapore. That's cool.
Oh, cool, Scylla.
Yeah. I think, really, really interesting. Now let's jump back over. Now I'm going to talk about this a little bit more later. There's Anthem now has these in another video.
Oh, right. Okay.
Anthem now has these
private bungalows.
Private bungalows.
Yes.
So there was, I think there was 12. There was 10 or 12 of these on the top deck, and so it's kind of a a day bed setup, as you can see here.
Looks lovely and comfortable with shade.
Yep,
100%.
So
nice little space to be.
Now, Deb, do we want to talk about? So when you book this, and so I'll bring that picture back. You can see there's a little cooler in here, so you can put drinks in and keep them cool.
Yes.
There is a power point there, so you can
you've got USB charging.
You
have a dedicated wait staff to come and bring you drinks.
Yes.
As well. And then you have access to this all day.
Yep.
So it's not booked hourly or anything like that. It's booked as a day.
Yep. From 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is available to you. And you get a welcome drink for the first 2 people using it.
Yes, correct.
So,
and then just those other things that we just mentioned.
So they say that it accommodates up to 4 people, but the benefits in terms of like the free drink and the is for 2. They'll also load it out with pool towels and everything else,
which you get free anyway.
Anyway,
but we're just giving you all the benefits of what this.
There are 2 prices for this there were 2 prices for this on our cruise, which nearly gave me a heart attack. Probably would have if I didn't take blood pressure meds these days. We did not book these, but on a port day, these were being sold for just over $250 for a port day, and just over $450 for a sea day.
Yeah, no. And can I say they were empty? I never saw anybody in those on our cruise that we just did, but I just think that is ludicrous. I can't think of why you would pay for that for $450 a day to sit there all day. I'm intrigued at what people think, but no, when I can get a deck chair on another deck, no. I think that is an absolute overcapitalized from Royal there.
Absolutely ridiculous. Like I honestly can't figure out who's spending.
Yeah, who is doing that? Because the people in the suites who potentially have those money have their private area.
Up on the.
So no, I don't think we won't ever book it for that price, even for a video.
Yeah. So, as Les says, what's the notable difference between Anthem and Quantum? This is probably one of them. The other is we were talking about Johnny Rockets before.
Yeah.
Aside from that, there's not a lot of difference really.
So similar.
The main theatre show is the big one. Obviously, Anthem has the We Will Rock You show in the main theatre, which is just absolutely bloody amazing.
It is.
As a theatre show. But yeah, definitely. In terms of these bungalow things,
And again, for context, tell me, would you spend $400+ to book that for a day at sea?
No deal.
I'm really curious today. Let me know in the comments, because I don't think I don't think Royal, it feels like a carnival move, right? I don't think Royal have hit the mark with this one.
No, I don't either.
All right, let's get into a few more questions. Trina says, do you know what time bag drop is in Brisbane? Bag drop opens in Brisbane usually around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, same. Yep.
Where is the December 13 cruise to and how many nights? Noni, it's a 3-night cruise on Voyager. It's just a 3-night out to sea.
Yeah, doesn't go anywhere.
Matt Monty says the Davids are a waste of money and time. I agree.
Yeah, we agree, Matt.
Wendy says they are called casitas. Yeah, I think that's just a fancy fancy marketing name, really.
Money wasting casitas.
Yeah, I didn't agree with it. Tony asks, is anyone on Crown Princess 14th of January? We'll be on for our 44th wedding anniversary.
No, we're not. I'm sorry.
We won't be, but if anyone is, do make sure you celebrate with these lovely people.
Tony Garrett, amazing.
Yeah, beautiful people. Beck Donaldson says, yes, we're on that one. Only 37 days to go.
Yay,
looking forward to meeting you
Beck.
both. Awesome. Matt Monty says, personally, I think it's a money grab by RC. Look, it is. It's something.
It doesn't make sense to us.
I think if there was a little bit more included, perhaps, with it, like the value proposition just isn't there.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, even if it was something where, you know, it included a 10 drinks cruise card, like a 10 drinks card or something so if you didn't have a drinks package, you book that, you get like 10 drinks for the day.
Maybe not that many, but
like,
but something. Yeah,
I
agree.
10 drinks between two people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like across, you know, a 9-hour day or something. Like,
yeah.
They could value add to that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Had those day beds on Allure as well. Can't remember seeing people on them on the 7-day cruise. No.
Yeah, no, they were empty on ours.
Yep. No, that was sorry, to avoid confusion, it was Australian. That was advertised in the portal and as in Australian dollars. So it's 450 Australian.
Still a lot.
Still a lot. Beck says absolutely not. Sorry to leave. Thanking you all for the info. Wish you guys and all the rest have a safe week.
Good night, Narelle.
Good night, Narelle. See you next week. Father.
Oh, yeah, cool. Father and mother-in-law on that cruise.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Cassie says those are ridiculous prices. They sure are. That's taking the piss. Yes.
Yep.
Definitely is. That is what I don't agree with. That's way too expensive. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I saw it at 570 at one stage, yeah, which was absolutely crazy. Seems a bit of price gouging, certainly does. Tell them they're dreaming. As Daryl Kerrigan would. Do you feel Royal have started to charge on everything? Notice North Star went from 19 US to 50 US for the extended cruise. Les, no, look, we've seen that the extended experience. In fact, I think on our Trans-Pacific, it was about 40, 45 for Noah and I to do that. So
does it depend whether you're doing the just the up and down, or is it the
that's the extended? He refers to the extended there. So yeah, look, they do. I mean, Royal do charge for stuff. There's no doubt about that. But they also provide so much, particularly on these quantum class ships, that you know, I think there's a perception because other cruise lines, and you know, we've seen it recently with Norwegian, with NCL, you know, and they're slipping in extra charges and fees here and there, that they probably, you know, there's and Carnival have had a bit of that, you know, sort of commentary around them this year that people think Royal are too. Now, this Casitas thing, I think it's a total money grab. I don't necessarily know that it is with North Star. Sometimes specials come up, and I mean, I've seen it as low as 19 USD as well, but I have seen it as high as that 50, so all that 45 mark. A lot of money for 450,
yes,
certainly is.
It is.
Different pub name. Yes, the pub names are also different. So
between Ovation, Quantum and Anthem, they're all different.
Yeah, that sort of English style pub downstairs.
Yeah, next to Sorrento's.
Next to Sorrento's has a different name on each one. Just seems another expense when you've already paid for the cruise drinks package section. Definitely over the top. Yep. Les says, Definitely not. That's an upsell gone silly, and those huts are ugly. Yeah, don't agree. Sue
Don't
says,
agree.
I should totally agree. And Sue says, no way. Some of the shops are different places on the Royal Esplanade. That's true. There is, yeah, but generally speaking, that overall layout of the retail space is pretty similar. Save you $450 for the Santorini Beach Club. That would be exactly.
Oh, look. Yep.
Linda asks, where's Rob and Ellie tonight? They're having a date night. They're having a date night tonight.
Go them.
Where am I going, Deb?
Oh, just like Jebediah.
I'd rather spend $450 on sticks of cabana.
I am with you.
Yep.
Cabana and cheese, I mean.
Cabana and cheese sounds like a good night.
I could get
drinks for the day would be better value. Totally agree. Lynn's on Crown on the 14th.
Oh, cool. So it's another person.
Lizelle says, no thanks. She wants her own private chef and drinks for that price. Totally agree.
I'm with you, Lizelle.
When you did Crown B2B, did you need your passport when reboarding in Sydney if it was heading off to the South Pacific on Crown next week, Sydney to Brisbane? No, we were doing 2 domestic legs.
No, but definitely if you are doing a international, that you will need your passport.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So if there is an international leg included in your itinerary, you will need to have a passport. But we did domestic Brisbane to Sydney, and then the second leg was Sydney back to Brisbane, and we didn't require passports. We do travel with our passports, and that's
pretty much always. And we actually joke with our family. It's because what if we decide that we just want to go somewhere else?
Yeah, that's it. Sean from the Down Under Cruises has just finished his live stream and jumped in for a little bit. We are at just past 8 o'clock now. So let's wrap up. If you've got any more questions, let us know in the chat. Where have we saw it? Amy says we should have stayed at the Grand Hotel. You did that. That's enough for all of us. Thanks, mate. Appreciate the warning on that one. If you haven't seen Amy's video about the Grand Hotel, go back through her.
If you want the cringe factor.
The cringe factor of that, go and have a look at her video from earlier this year when she stayed at the Grand Hotel in Sydney.
Yeah, but like wrapping up, we had a fantastic weekend away on Anthem, and the amount of people that we met was incredible. So many people came up to us that we have either chatted to or never met, never seen before. Oh my gosh. Big shout out to everyone that came and had a chat with us. We had lunches and dinners and like coffees and teas and catch-ups with so many people. It was actually brilliant.
Yep, indeed.
It really was.
It really, we really get a thrill out of meeting you all. So thank you everyone who did come. Liz says, any recommendations for Sydney that isn't going to cost an arm and a leg with easy access to OPT? There are, Liz, plenty of options. With easy access to the OPT, particularly around that circular key area. In terms of not going to cost an arm and a leg, in reality, you've got to get in early. I would say though, given how easy it is getting the train from the airport, there is cheap accommodation at places like the Ibis Budget Sydney, Ibis Sydney Airport Hotel Budget, whatever the accommodation is. We've done a video on it before. Amy's done the same from Cruise Fan. They've stayed there. There's a couple of hotels like that out there, and they're quite good prices. So if your time's right for your flights and that, staying there and then catching that train into Circular Quay is just as easy. I would say, like for us, time of days the consideration there. Rowan says it was great hanging out with us. Thanks for the times we did get to catch up. Meant a lot to you.
It was great having our catch-ups with you guys as well. Thank you for your time.
Cassie says, Rob and Ellie don't have time for a date night. We are waiting for their MSC Japan videos. Look, I know. And I was talking to Rob about this and I was providing some motivation. Rob has a couple of videos in the process of being edited at the moment. He's doing his editing. He was up very late last night and the night before, I think both about 2 a.m. mornings. For both of us while we're editing. He has videos definitely lined up for later this week. So all those videos are going to start dropping.
Every now and then we try to make time for each other.
Yes. I would say Noni just makes a point here
Yes.
for the Mystery Island beach
Agreed.
huts. So if you haven't done this, and we've covered this in videos, and I know Rob and Al have as well, the beach huts at Mystery Island, if you're going there, jump onto Mystery Island Tours.
Yeah.
Their website, just Google them, Mystery Island Tours beach huts or beach cabanas. You'll find them. It's like, I think it's mysteryislandtours.com. It could be .co.bu. $130. You get a welcome drink. You get a massage. You get 3 hours with the beach hut. Brilliant.
Oh, brilliant. We've done it before and we've actually booked it again for this New Year's.
Yeah, for New Year's.
Well.
Yeah. Yeah. Nani says a lot of accommodation was very expensive this weekend too. Yeah. I think because late booking and everything else, like prices did go up, and there was a lot going on in Sydney, a lot of different events this weekend.
Yeah.
Les is going on Anthem in February for 12 nights to New Zealand. That's awesome. Flying in the day before, which is Valentine's Day, so hotels are booked. Yeah, that can be tricky.
Yeah, that's why we're on a cruise.
Yeah, we'll be on it on it actually, Les. So
we're doing Anthem
for Valentine's Day.
6th to the 13th and 13th to the 15th. I think it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Brad just reminds us, we said we're going to talk about the Encounter restaurants. This is with the dry dock. Look, there is nothing 100% confirmed with what's going to happen with dry dock yet. Like Carnival, you know, they're not putting a lot out there, and I think Amy's going to have some more to say about this in the near future. But as we've said in some previous videos, is there going to be a rebrand of Luke's to Fahrenheit, for example? Look, we don't know for certain. There was some hints to that when they put out the early press releases late last year and early this year around the time of the changeover and in the lead up to the changeover. Not a lot has been said since. So don't really know at this stage. My understanding from some of the other conversations I've had is that the main dining rooms will pretty much stay the same, as they are. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. If we do know more, or if Amy or Rob and Al or Adrian or anyone knows, here's more, we will be sure to cover that. And we're going to be on board fairly soon after the dry dock next year to cover the changes as well. Cruisy Tea Ladies have a beach hut booked for the Anthem cruise. Awesome. 130 for Mystery Island. That's for the whole. That's for the hut. That's for the hut, Christine. So it's $130 for the hut. You book that, and
for two people who get the massage and the drink. But you know, we've had it where Noah sits in our hut and stuff like that.
Yeah, like between it was just that. Yeah, so 2 vouchers for drinks, 2 vouchers for massages. Noah just shared the.
He took your massage last time.
He took my massage on the last one, yeah. But yeah, there was still plenty of space for him. And between somebody going in the water, there's generally a seat free, or he would sit sort of just down on the end. They're quite long lounges, so it was really good. Tony saying thanks to everyone for all the support with that. The cost of the beach hut goes up about $10 a year, but it's still worth it. Yeah, that's true. Goes up about that. David and Julie and Josh in Canberra are asking any tips for group cruise bookings domestically. In terms of what? Are you asking like where to book or like suggested itineraries? Because if it's itineraries, I would definitely say the 3-night ones, depending on what you're looking for. Some of those 3-night ones are really good for just a group cruise, particularly if it's for like a celebration. But yeah, maybe just a little bit more clarity on that, and or send us a message, and we can maybe
send us a message, and then we can potentially hook you up with even some travel agents potentially or something like that.
Yeah, make some suggestions. Maybe we can use that as a bit of a topic for next week's conversation. So, which there will be some logistics around. It may look a little bit different next week, at least to start. But because I've got a couple of work commitments, so I'm balancing next Wednesday evening.
I'm very scared, and I will just preface to everybody that Matt is trying to put me in charge of this.
I'm going to try and make it as simple as I can for her, I promise.
Oh, Lord, help me.
Mr. Governor's asking, will can I have a paint job in dry dock to match the other carnival ships like Splendor? I can only assume so. Don't know for certain.
No.
I mean, they did get a lick of paint last year with the wet dock. Whether that was just to get them through branding until dry dock, don't know. Will be interesting to see. We'll know more about that later. We have the hut for New Year's Day with the kids is what Chris Crow's fan is saying. Yeah, we do too. There was some change in ship itineraries, and so we were going to be there New Year's Day. Now we're there New Year's Eve.
It's changed, yeah. Yep.
Book the blue shades out of for the Mystery Island visit. Yeah, so there is two options. You can book the huts or you can book the little foldable, collapsible tent things. Either way, they've got a couple of options. Let's try booking Hyde Park Inn directly across the road from the museum, train station, restaurants, 2-minute walk, reasonably priced and highly recommended. Thanks for the hint with that, Chantel. Reese asks about Guy's Burgers. They may be going on board. They may not be. It'll depend on what the final licensing negotiations are with Luke's and what they have with all that at the moment on there. Thanks. We can have up to 6 of us when Simon and I are going with all the kids. Christine, yeah, we had, when we went at New Year's last year with the huts, we had
all our kids.
Did we book 3?
We had 3. So we had 4 of our kids.
Yeah, and Mum. Dad stayed on the ship.
Yes. And we got ourselves across 3.
So we had 3 across the 7 of us. But yeah, it would have easily have worked with if it's in terms of kids, you probably only need 2. If you've got 2 adults and like 4 adults and 2 kids, for example.
Yeah. I mean, our kids are in their 20s.
Amy's saying good luck with next week.
I don't even want to know, Amy.
More look, everyone's saying doesn't
mean because I've been married for him for so long that all I say to him, everyone is like, press record. Everything else I've got no idea. So please wish me well. And if you're here with us next week and there are glitches, my apologies.
All right, guys, we've run a little bit over tonight. It's been lovely chatting with you all. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you do have any further questions, please make sure you put them in the comments section of the video. Don't forget to hit the like button on the video. If you haven't seen that live stream from the Sail Away on Anthem, go and check that out as well.
And sending lots of love.
There will be a couple of videos come out this week that are room tours and room reviews, just finishing up from Carnival, the previous Carnival Encounter Cruise, and also Deb's recent trip down to Melbourne. So they will drop, and then next week the Anthem videos will start to drop. Have a great time, everyone. We will see you on board next week.
Good night.